Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. We are back with episode 9.
I did 8.
9 of Attack on Titan, season 4. Another hard pivot, another big cliffhanger.
Story change almost feels like.
Another, yeah, it's a different, it's like a new chapter. It's like, okay,
right.
Wait a minute. Zeke is somehow working with the Eldians, the scouts. When did that happen? When did that transition happen? Because last they met that we saw, it was this big battle and he loses.
Correct.
Granted, there was like that short interaction between him and Eren. Then whenever Eren was like standing over Armin's burnt body.
Oh yes, and
he's like, "You remind me." What did he say? You remind me of.
I think he said something about you look nothing like him, or you're nothing like your dad.
You're nothing like your dad. Yeah, something like that. And at the time we were thinking, oh, he knows Eren, or he knows not Eren.
Yeah,
Grisha. We assumed they were like compatriots, like friends, but it was his son. So somewhere along the lines, he's working with him. That was kind of a twist, but the part that I was still confused on was whether or not what was Eren's involvement. Was Eren purely rogue,
right,
or were they planning around? But there had to have been some synchronized planning, because then,
yeah, it just seems very odd that they are mad at Eren. Like they're
upset at Eren, right? And I get like
where along the lines, like you said, where did that happen?
I think,
where did they get mad at him and do it rogue or what?
I think part of the reason they're upset is because they lost scouts to go save him. Like they lost lives.
Right.
By him doing something like just off the cuff, whatever.
Right, but I don't know. I mean, I took it as almost as if, because they have him tied up like a prisoner.
Yeah.
I almost
little custom.
Yeah, right. And I almost think something happened prior to him leaving or going rogue, and you know,
to make him want to do that,
or they were mad at him before.
There's something also like, is it just Eren's personality to do things, or like does he have like some like he knows he wants this revenge based on the conversation he was having with Reiner and everything, but how much of influence is him having the founding Titan having on him, even though he's not royal blood and he can't access necessarily all of that? But there was some stuff happening, like whenever he would touch Historia or even like the Diana, the Titan version of her. So maybe it opened something in him, because he is a little bit different. I mean, think about season 1 and 2, that version of Eren versus this one, the cool, calm, collected, like an assassin.
Well, I mean, I look back at the end of season 3, and I feel like when they reached the sea, they were kind of like in this happy state of, you know.
What changed?
Right. What
in
changed
that 4-year gap?
Obviously, the military captain from the island that they're on. Yeah. I forget his name, but Magaff. But he's
General.
General Magaff. But he mentioned that there was a ship that sailed that was lost, that went missing. So my guess is, again, what we've talked about. That's the initial set of what are they, scouts that
that kind of came that how he found his way to infiltrate.
Correct. And so at that point, that ship goes missing. Those Eldians start working with Levi and crew to help, you know, somehow infiltrate, or they had a different plan, because it sounds like Zeke is, you know, like I said, in cahoots with them. They had a plan together.
Were they doing it because of Zeke? Because that's what they said, that one girl was super loyal to him. So how did Zeke get there?
Right.
Like how did he must have gotten there at some point while those scouts were missing, to then kind of convince a lot of them to work with the Eldians.
Correct. Which I'm excited to see if we get the backstory to that.
Right. But then why does Zeke decide to do that? What changed? Maybe he saw something while at Paradis, I don't know, that he didn't know before.
Right.
Because he's always been like all Marleyan, you know, but something changed. But now he's just playing the part of being loyal to Marleyans. Right. Which, you know, I think what he's going to use it as far as
and/or is he also playing them?
The double agent? You never know, dude. I don't know what's going on. But I'm ready to hop in. Hopefully we get a little bit more backstory. Knowing the show will go on a new story and it'll just create new confusions. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully, like I said, we get the backstory of when that ship went missing and how they kind of started working together.
Yep. All right, I'm ready to move on. Before we do, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel if you enjoy this type of content, or consider subscribing to our Patreon if you want to see the full-length reactions to these shows. All right, let's hop into episode 9.
Let's do it.
3年前のあの時
Wait.
あの時ならまだ出たか
Oh,
も
this
し
is
れない。
her. Backstory. Yes.
But okay, was that? I get Armin and that one girl confused now. No, I'm not sure.
音沙汰なしです。
Oh, this might be the story. What are you
第
talking
二第
about?
三調査隊に準備を急がせろ。その実態をマーレに持ち帰るのだ。
Is this a Titan?
Aaron?
It is
Oh,
Aaron.
yeah,
Dang. This is like what the owl did.
Yep.
What?
Okay. So this is the missing ship.
Is that how we got it?
Bro. Compared to that ship, yep. Anji.
Is that Hanji? Yeah.
私は
Yeah.
ハンジ。どうぞ
They
こち
did
ら
not
で
expect
お茶
this
で
at
も
all.
楽しんでいってください。ちなみにお一足お先にお越しのお連れ様のお客様とはすでに
Oh,
いらっ
that's
しゃ
where
いま
you
しで
arrived.
私に構わずこの悪魔どもを撃ってください。
マーレは汚れた血にかす耳など持ち合わせていない。
見えないのかな。
Did I notice that that's what carried him?
これがマーレの挨拶だ。
Oh, no.
No, no, no
She
way.
didn't kill Hanji, but I think Nicolo.
Oh
Oh,
no.
somebody else shot
何の
him.
マーレだ。
Oh,
お招きいただき光栄で
Or
す。
they're going rogue now.
is this the first time? Were they prepared?
会いたかったよ、エレン。
Maybe she knows. She must know that Aaron is Zeke's brother.
Right. Does she have instructions or orders from Zeke at this point? And this little group that backdoored the captain.
Maybe Zeke already put together a group of people that were gonna work with him against the Marleyans, and he put them all on that ship.
Yeah. They could be working under Zeke's orders to go rogue once they meet Levi and crew and befriend them prior and then come up with this whole plan. I mean,
But how-
they have guns, they have that that blimp.
The only thing is, how would Hanji and Levi and crew know that that ship has people that are willing to work with them? I don't think they would know that.
I don't think they would know that. I think
So why of all ships did they get that ship? Or was it
I
the
think
only
that's
one?
the only one.
Oh.
I think Yelena has instructions from Zeke to, have a group ready to do
Yeah.
this, and they backdoored the
Something like that I can see happening.
The captain.
Versus she knows who Aaron is,
right.
and so even without instruction from Zeke, she's willing to like.
Right. But there's a plan, but I think that's just kind of like in the moment kind of where we're at, but what's the motives?
I think what you said makes more sense. Cause I think Zeke had to have prepped that ahead of time.
でも話し合うことができて情報が手に入るなんて。
こんなもんじゃ済まねえ。
Okay, so it's a year after the beast.
それらがマーレ兵の基本装備です。
Oh, so they learn a lot.
マーレ兵は一師団あたり約2万人で構成され、航空戦力にも力を注いでいます。
航空。
Oh,
ビビってんじゃねえよ。
right. Don't act like you don't know things.
敵が空から現れる移動兵器
See, to them, they're like, that's like super future.
はい
Just after he told her.
まともに攻めてこなかった理由って。
島に放った無垢の巨人が最新鋭の兵器をもってしても未だ上陸困難な障害であること。現在マーレは複数の国と戦
Oh,
争
right, the
を
4-year war.
Yeah.
パラディ島どころではないというわけです。マーレが誇る戦士隊を打ち負かし、さらに超大型巨人やマーレは敵の多い国ですので、瞬く
Oh,
間に
that's why they declared war.
戦争の火蓋が切られたのです。
Who you
マーレ
working
軍に
with?
潜入する諜報員のようなものなのかな。
Oh,
やっぱりマーレに背くからにはそれなりの動機
so
と
they
後
weren't,
ろ盾
they
がな
didn't
いと
defect.
ね
They were secret spies to begin with.
Okay.
情報
Sounds
など
like.
と
Oh.
呼べるような代物ではありません。マー
Here
レ
it
の
is.
故郷を奪われ、あの大国に抗う気概は
And then Zeke.
彼に導かれるまでは悪魔と呼んで恐れる巨人。もの
Did
に
he
見えた
somehow help them?
無力な私たちに希望を見せてくれました。
They treat him like a deity.
ジーク・イエーガーの命を受け上官を撃った。
Do they know he's a Jaeger?
全エルディア人の解放。
Yeah.
I wonder if Hanji and
ジ
them
ーク・イ
knew.
エーガーのよ
奴らの目的は終始一貫して始祖の巨人の奪還。口八丁手八丁尽くせと言わんばかり。
エルディア人の問題を一挙に解決する秘策があると。始祖の巨人と王家の血を引く巨人。二つが揃えば世界は救われる。
And
条件が揃ってからだ。
始祖の巨人の力を発動さ
remember he held this information last time.
王家の血を引く巨人と接触した瞬間でした。父の妻であった。
Oh wow.
不戦のちぎりを出し抜く術を、唯一の希望を。壁に潜む幾千万もの巨人で世界を踏み潰す。
どうして今までそんなことを黙っていやがった。
Is he gonna say to protect historians? Yeah.
俺の不確かな情報で巨人にさせるわけにはいかないと。
ジークの秘策にも筋が通る。義勇兵の力が必要なのです。
They're baiting them for sure.
無事か。もう大丈夫だぞ。
There it is.
Yeah.
Is that
Aaron or is that?
No, that's Armin.
汚れた悪魔の汚らわしい島へようこそ。もてなしてやる。
This is to get them all off the ships.
世界から恐れられ憎まれている。でも海の向こうにいる人たちは。
ところでおにゃんぽこんはなんで肌が黒いのですか？
Oh.
俺たちを作ったやつはこう考えた。いろんなやつがいた方が面白い。俺たちは求められたから存在する。
誰が僕らを作ったの？
始祖ユミルに力を与えた存在。
I wonder if this is the first time I hear anything like this.
考えるだけなら自由だろ。
They're learning so much.
これ食えんのか。
生臭そう。
Oh, seafood.
なら食うなよエルディアジ。お前ら食うぜ。
She'll eat anything.
She can be selling. That's how you eat crawfish, baby. Such a foodie. I love that.
They've only just had like bread and potatoes and
she's crying.
And that's her thing.
ジークの寿命はあと3年もね。
このままイエレナたちの作戦通りに進めていいのかな。地ならして世界を脅すことでしか本当に世界を恐怖に陥れる悪夢だ。
Yeah, he's second guessing.
僕たちは怖くないって。
He's gonna say we
世
are.
界から見れば俺たちは
Yeah.
巨人に化ける怪物だ。
Levi's accepted that.
仲良くなれたマーレ人も。
Aaron.
何人
Aaron,
だ。
sorry.
僕たちは正しかったのかな。別
So
の
he,
道
he's
があ
just
ったんじゃ
talking
なく
back.
て。誰よりもエレンを理解しているつもりだった。もうわからない。
All right. So, Scout Fleet. Formed to investigate Paradise Island after the operation to retake the founding Titan had failed, the first fleet embarked in 851. Over the following 3 years, approximately 4,600 soldiers aboard a total of 32 scout ships and destroyers were sent to Paradise Island. However, not a single one has returned to Marley to this day.
Dang. So those 4,600.
That many?
So in those 3 years, they sent about 10 a year.
Yeah.
And
none have returned to Marley, and they keep sending them?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So is that how big the group of...
Well, remember, she said there's over 1 million soldiers. They have, each region
has 100,000 or something, or 500. No.
There's 50 regions.
Oh, 50 regions that...
each of them have X amount. Do some quick math here. So 1 million.
Well, that'd be 20,000. That would be 20,000 per if it's 50.
I think that's what she said then. They have 20,000 soldiers and it's in there, but 20,000 soldiers per region and there's 50 regions.
Yeah.
So that's 1 million soldiers.
Yeah. But but they don't say of the scouts they're sending over, are they all Eldians?
That's my guess they are.
Because those are the ones that they can kind of find common ground.
Right.
Eldian to Eldian. But if you're sending some Marleyans, unless they know who the Marleyans are. Oh, that's what he said. I think most of the Marleyans are in prison cells. Mm-hmm. Is that what he's talking about? Yeah. The ones that are there?
Right.
So they're only trying to connect with the Eldians of the group.
And Yelena's not even Marleyan or Eldian. She's from another nation. Or her and Anya Capo.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy that still, like you said, of the 32 scout ships in those 3 years, none have returned, and yet they kept sending.
Unless they're like, okay, go find them. Their radios don't go that far.
Right.
They can't communicate. Their technology isn't that advanced yet.
And they keep getting baited.
Yep. And I guess that it showed how they're doing it. Like the first ship they picked up, but then from there on, and I guess the first ship they picked up was the one that sent Zeke's message.
Right.
Which is the one that they read to the committee.
Right.
And then every subsequent one, they found different ways, like make them all swim up to shore. All right.
Crazy.
All right. Maybe they have a lot more help than we think.
Oh, this is after.
Oh.
訓練されていた。
うまいもんいっぱい食わしてくれてありがとな。双子みてえなもんだった。自分が半分なくなっちまったみてえだ。
娘が世話になったようやね。
Oh.
娘さんは俺の料理を誰よりもうまそうに食べてくれました。
I wonder if they'll they treat him.
Of course.
They're just oh, they're Zeke.
戦勝と報じたわけか。陰謀を明るみに出す。祖父祖母の命はないだろうな。切り刻むのを少し待ってもいい。俺はどちらでも構わない。だが、俺をエレンと合わせるのが先だろ。お前に最上級のホテルを用意したんだ。まずはそこでゆっくり休んでいただこう。睨むのやめてくれないか。
マーレから奪ってきた巨人
Oh, there you go.
これで全てです。
So they're still being extra cautious, even though she's bought him everything. Knowledge.
俺のホテル、これ
何か不満でもあるのか。
立体軌道でたくさん遊べそうだしな。
Oh, that's why he didn't know what it was at the time. It's all coming back to.
見せてやりたいんだが。
エレンは一人でもやるつもりだった。最悪の選択になっただろう。大勢の人間を殺した。戦艦をやるしかなかった。あの日の君たちのように。
Right.
I was wondering if that was Annie he was in that little shell that he was talking to.
答えてよ。
Crazy. Get to see her again.
I haven't seen Annie in so long.
勝てば。
Oh man. Okay. Let's make sure it's not a post-credit scene. No. So we kind of got the backstory kind of right away.
Yep.
So that first ship came. Zeke had like his plan, but it required a founding titan and a royal blood.
Mm-hmm.
But he wouldn't tell him the plan until they agreed.
Right.
And then he's there. I guess at some point he showed up, and at this point they'd already agreed. And they're keeping him hidden, and they're acting like he was defeated, I guess.
No. So it went back and forth. So what I think happened is Yelena delivered the plan in writing, in letters. They took it to Pixis and all the leaders there.
Right.
They agreed to it, and then they do a small flashback when Sasha's getting shot. That's when they're post. We get the little mid-credit information card, and then it's Sasha's funeral. So from there, it's already after they got back from when Eren and from when Eren took Warhammer.
So then the newspaper saying they won the war. That's them attacking at the mainland.
Correct. And then destroying the port. And so now,
and it makes it seem like he killed the beast.
Correct.
And that's just to protect his, I guess, his parents.
Correct.
Really?
Because if that news reaches, like you said, I go back to with your little plan, your grandparents are gonna die.
And all the family who are like honorary. One of them is in a hospital, kind of.
And so from there, now that's just future. It's or present time. So Gabby and Falco, are in prison.
In prison. Yep.
They take him to the forest.
Yep.
And for his hotel.
Which, that's kind of where they're keeping him. I also trying to thought. And okay, yeah. So that makes sense as far as them jumping forward. And so now so we see Annie. Still, it's been now. I guess it's been 4 years since she's been in that little thing.
It 4? No, it's been 4 years since he was defeated. So maybe 6.
Well, I don't know how much time. There wasn't much of a time jump between whenever she crystallized herself,
right, to the end of season.
I think all of season 3 was just the span of a
few days, weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of time.
It's been like 4 years, then maybe. Max.
Yeah, that she's been in that thing, and like in like this comatose thing.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Which when he was talking even earlier in the show, kind of like in that tunnel or cave, whatever. And he was looking down at the shell. I was wondering if that was a piece of. It looks just like a seashell, right?
Right.
I was wondering if that was a piece of the egg that Warhammer encapsulated herself into.
Yeah, a little chunk of it.
Or was it that Annie had already disintegrated and that was what was left?
What
of
was
her
left
egg
of? Yeah.
Encapsulation.
No, she's gonna be at that
she's
forever.
still there. Dang.
So now they have a large group of Eldians. Most of the Marleyans are imprisoned except for Niccolo, which he's a chef, and it would make sense they wouldn't know what seafood is. They never were around the sea.
Right. That was another kind of cool thing is to see everything that they taught them leading up to their attack on the mainland.
How much they learned.
You know, the use of guns, airships, the food, all of that.
Yeah, like a whole different, and like even Levi saying we don't want to show them that they're weak.
Right. It's crazy to think, and I know we've touched on this, how many, like even in real world today, we've talked about it. There's so many people in third world countries or stuff that don't even know technology exists.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have talked about that.
Don't even know, like, you know,
or like like there's communities that have been there's been no what's the word contact with.
Yeah.
And so they don't even know about like the world.
They might not even know electricity or, you know, anything. So
like
it's kind of
basic stuff. There's not many of those, but there still exist.
Right. So, and then even the ones that are a little more advanced, you know, may not have access to certain foods or, you know, guns and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's kind of, you know, they're still somewhat naive to a lot of the things that are out there in the mainland, right, in the world. And some of it is kind of getting in contact with it is pretty cool, crazy.
A lot of it was just the founding titan constantly suppressing.
Yeah.
Erasing, removing those memories.
Yep.
It's like they were getting close to making those discoveries on their own.
Right.
And then they would get just wiped away again.
Yeah. With Irvin's dad, right? The teacher.
Yeah, the teacher. Then, him being a smart one.
And I think I may have read in the comments, or I don't remember if the show said it, but the two people on the balloon were Armin's parents.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if the show ever, where it said in the show, we must have missed it. But I saw the comment too about it.
So yeah, so you know they were like you said, they were making strides to gaining this knowledge,
and they'll just get set back over and over and over.
Man,
Man, that's crazy.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to know or see that yes, Zeke had orchestrated this plan. These people that he met, right, Yelena and Anya Capel, befriended them. Kind of, you know, I think in episode 1, when Captain McGough is asking him after the battle, after that first war scene, about his plan to attack or to, you know, whatever, he says it's already set in motion, or he has something he's putting. I can't remember what exactly it was, but it's in episode 1. They're out on a balcony, and he's talking to I think he's talking to Raynor about something, about a plan, and so
it's already in action. Oh yeah,
because they're like, you only have 3 more years to attack or something like that, and then he kind of reminds him of his defeat of Levi defeating him. And I think somewhere in that scene they talk about this plan, and
it could be the one he was referring to.
Correct.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, probably. We just, at the time, we didn't know he was talking about it from on the Eldian side.
Right, and then at the time also we didn't know what it was all going to consist of, and that he was in cahoots somehow with, you know, the Paradis people and all of that. So
I still don't know what made the mental shift. I understand now that he found a way that he could end it and save the Eldians, but what made him not be blindly following the Marleyans?
Well, and like I said at the beginning of this episode, it could be that he's kind of double agenting, you know? He's making them think this is the plan, but he also has a plan to backdoor them after
to then defeat
he's gained their trust. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because he's been a Marleyan follower since he was a kid. I mean, he even outed his own parents.
Yeah.
So he was very loyal. So something changed. I understand, like maybe seeing his own brother could have done something.
Right. Or he found out about the Tiber family way before they even announced it and made him
maybe
turn.
and yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm guessing we'll know soon enough. And I'm also curious to see now what I want to stay here with the Eldians and Paradis, but I'm also curious to know
what's going on
on the Marleyan side, like what's Reiner thinking, or what's their plan? Like right now you only have Reiner and Cart is over there. Oh, and the
Jaw's still there.
He left him on the ground.
Yeah, he left him on the ground when Reiner
and Cart.
Well, he threw Jaw at Reiner.
Yeah, and he could have gotten him, but they were both weakened.
Right.
He was about to take out of the nape of Jaw, and then last second stopped.
Yeah.
So those 3 are still there, but obviously they lost the Beast and Warhammer. Or they think the Beast is dead.
Well, yeah, that, and then this last scene here where Aaron's like, you have to fight or whatever. He's got Attack Titan, Founding Titan, and Warhammer.
Yep. We still talked about like, is there a way where he can access all three, which would be nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to go a little bit deeper in this, and what does Historia think about the plan? Because from what we know, she's the only one with royal blood left, unless there's some random Titan, pure Titan walking around. But how do you know which is which?
I mean, unless Dinah's still walking around somewhere.
No, she got eaten alive by all those.
Oh, that's right.
Titans that Aaron sent back.
Yep.
I wonder how he gets detailed information. He's like, that must have been my father's other wife, Dinah. Like, how does he get the name?
Just the memories.
Maybe it is all the memories. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
Because Aaron asks Armin, now you have Berthold's memories. What have you looking?
Right. Have you seen him? He's like, nothing's helpful. So maybe that is how they were tying things together. Yeah. And whenever they were telling them like Zeke Yeager, like at what point did they find out that, or maybe Aaron at some point already knew that Zeke, once he saw Zeke, did Aaron know that that's my half brother because he has his dad's memories?
Already, yeah.
You know, as long as his dad knew what Zeke was like as an adult.
I don't think so, because when he tells him that in that scene in episode 3, in season 3, he's like, he knows my dad or something like that. I think is the words.
But we don't have clarity as to how they can access those memories. Right. You know what I mean? It's not like something that they could just think about. Maybe it just kind of pops in here and there randomly.
I think of a SpongeBob episode where he's like running through his mind to go open a filing cabinet with certain memories and stuff.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that episode.
It's an older episode from when I was a child.
I was probably already an adult at that point. Still a good show. Anyway, all right, I enjoyed that. It's nice to get a little bit more. We're peeling the onion on this show, so
yes,
it's been really good. But that's all we got for today, guys. So stay tuned for episode 10 coming later this week. Until then, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full length reactions over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. Otherwise, we'll be back next week for episode 10. So until then, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.